Hello and welcome to the Anime Madness podcast. I am your host, HenDiddy, and I'm joined here today with my co-host of the Wormhole, the head of the Eggers Taco.
Howdy, howdy ho.
And what we are doing today, we are doing Taco's updated top 16. He changed it up. I have not
A
seen
year
this
in the
list at
making.
all.
It's a year in the making.
Here in the making. I haven't seen this list at all, so there's
Good.
no visuals for it, unfortunately. But if I have something like next to me that can be shown as a visual for it, I'll hold it up. Why not? Because I already know what your number one's gonna be, AOT,
Oh.
and I got spinal fluid right here.
Oh yeah. Some didn't change,
So
but a lot's different.
I got my hero right here, right above AOT on this stack.
So yeah, there's some differences.
So let's get this started then. What is your number 16?
So actually, I have two honorable mentions.
Okay.
Demon Slayer
Okay.
and Vinland Saga.
Wow, you actually put Vinland Saga on your honorable mentions.
Yeah.
I'm shocked with how much flack you were giving it.
I told you, I liked it. I just don't think it's nearly on the same level. But I told you I was probably gonna like it.
Yeah, you'll definitely like season 1. Season 2 you might not like because it's more slowed down slice of life. But it's huge character development.
I fucking love Thornkel.
Yeah, Thornkel is without a doubt the best character in Vinland. I love Thornfinn too, but
I love Thornkel.
Thornkel's attitude and the way he holds himself is just great.
I like how they wanted you to like Thornfinn so much, and then you meet Thornkel for the first time. I'm like, fuck Thornfinn. I'm all about Thornkel. He has the giant wooden thing through his hand. He's fucking throwing him. Damn Ripper. I'm just like, yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah, Vinland is great, and Demon Slayer. I mean, I can understand it. From my
If it wasn't for the
perspective,
animation, it wouldn't be good.
yeah, from my perspective, it's a lot lower because of the blandness of the story.
That's why it's an honorable mention.
Yeah. So
That's why it's an honorable mention.
solid picks. I can respect where they're at.
All right.
Number 16.
This is one you haven't seen yet.
Oh.
Ninja Kamui.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen that yet. I'm waiting for it to
Good.
finish, and then I'm just gonna... So, episode 9... So, it's on Prime now?
I didn't know that.
Yes, but I believe it's still pay to watch on Prime. You have to buy the season, basically.
I mean, I just got on HBO, so...
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
It's very good.
I was just gonna get a free trial of HBO or something.
It's very good.
Yeah, subscribe.
Very bingeable.
Yeah, so you have to subscribe to HBO Max to watch it on Prime.
Yep. That sounds about right.
Or you can buy the whole season for $20.
That's also, honestly, not that bad.
Which, if, and they don't even have... Oh, yeah, that's right. It comes out tomorrow. If you have an HBO Max subscription, why would you be watching it on Prime to begin with?
Exactly.
So that's just stupid to make you...
Agreed.
You're already paying for Prime Video. Why can't you watch it with your Prime subscription?
Oh, 100%, I agree.
So, that's why I haven't done it yet, and I'm probably just going to get the free trial of HBO once it's all finished and just binge it.
I will tell you...
We'll probably do a reviews of that.
Oh, I'm so fucking in. Because, 1, the story is great. 2, I know you. The first episode is going to hit you like a fucking truck.
I already have the opening in my playlist.
I will tell you. It is going to hit you like a truck.
Okay. Yeah, because this is good, because we need to have, for the reviews, there's ones where, say, I've already watched and it's your first time watching. We could do a Mushoku Tensei whenever you watch Mushoku Tensei. We can do that.
Right.
But it'd be cooler if it's, stuff that we're both first seeing that's, recently came out. When we do Sandland.
Yep.
Ninja Kamui. You were watching it
Bartender.
weekly. I will... Bartender, yeah, that's another one we could definitely do. That first episode though, it's gonna be more slice of life. I can feel it already.
Oh, 100%. I'm in it to learn how to make the drinks.
Kind of the same, really.
That's what I'm in it for. I've been dubbed the
Um,
role of bartender, so now I have to have them prepared.
that is true.
I've been dubbed that role, so I have to.
So context behind that, we all of us were finally in one place at one time, and we had to get together. And Taco here was the bartender of the night.
No glasses of God, but we'll take it.
But yeah, Ninja Kamui is solid. I can definitely see it being somewhere in my top 20 once I finally watch it.
I'm going to love that show. I'm going to love it. The fighting, the story, the character. Oh my God, so good.
So, what's your number 15 then?
Blue Lock.
Blue Lock. Okay.
Blue Lock. Best sports anime I've ever watched.
It's definitely a solid choice. Me personally, I put it at number 3 for me when it comes to sports.
I know you have Haikyuu in front of it, but what else is in front of it?
This one's a little different, but it's called Keijo.
Never heard of it.
You wouldn't like it.
Noted. That's how we leave that.
It's wrestling.
Okay.
But this one's there as a joke. Like, my true number 2 is actually Baki.
That's fair.
But this one's
Baki's Baki.
This is a pseudo number 2. If
Gotcha.
you know what I'm getting at. So, basically it's a wrestling thing.
Okay.
But it takes place on platforms on the water.
Okay.
It's a female sport.
Okay.
And instead of grapples and punches, they use their tits and ass. And the goal is to knock your opponent into the water.
I should have seen that coming. Japan never disappoints.
There are special moves like nipple twister, where like this one chick's nipple grabs onto the other chick's bikini and spins her.
Jesus Christ. Who else but Japan? That's all I can put it.
It's literally.
Who else but Japan would think of that? Like,
it is
nobody.
It is so funny, but because of the ecchi, you would not like it.
No, not at all. Not at all. Who else but Japan would think of that?
True.
Like, seriously.
They're all of-age characters too. They're all in college.
Like, what the fuck? Like, who would think of that? That is wild.
But it's good. It's good. It's a good laugh. It's a good laugh. I'll say that.
That is nuts.
But yeah, Blue Lock, I can see why you have it there, because you're not too much of a fan of sports animes.
Blue Lock was like, I want more sports anime like Blue Lock, if that makes sense.
Which is why I think you'll really like Haikyuu.
It was funny when Pope was over here the other day, and like he was watching it, and he was like, I was like, now you see why like I was hyping up Blue Lock so much. It's like, yeah, like this is way better than Haikyuu. I was like I'm like, I figured you would like it more since it's like more intense. Everything's like cliffhangered, and
yeah, so
the animation's nuts. And
I will say it does have the edge on the animation because Haikyuu did start a lot earlier.
oh, of course, Blue Lock's
like the newest season of Haikyuu in the movie, and especially the final, the movies, the Battle of the Garbage Dump, is gonna be the same level.
I bet it's gonna be great.
The cliffhangers, Blue Lock does do better, but I think
their cliffhangers are nuts.
It's the added art in the intensity, like when Baru is making his comeback and he has that lion stuff.
Oh,
that added like lion stuff.
Baru.
That stuff makes the intensity more than Haikyuu, because the intensity is there for Haikyuu.
That's fair.
It's just the added details and the added in stuff that's not actually there on the field makes Blue Lock's intensity feel higher.
Yeah, and it's like
there are some moments where Haikyuu has that, but it's more in a celebratory state, or like when they're taking the court, and when they're in the tournament and they drop the flag that says fly because they're Karasuno crows. you have like this crow animation go, and sometimes when Hinata jumps, he will get sprout black wings. So it's more in like celebratory ways, or like entrance ways, than it is in Blue Lock, where it's like every second they haven't that added in stuff.
Gotcha.
So moving on to your 14 then.
Cowboy Bebop.
Okay, solid, classic,
Can't beat.
classic,
Can't beat an original.
classic.
Yep. I have nothing to say.
Yeah, there is nothing
perfect.
to say. Like, granted,
It's perfect,
I don't think Cowboy Bebop was on my top 50.
which is a fucking disgrace.
Yeah, but you also have to remember how much broader my field is, you know?
Regardless.
Maybe it was. I can't remember my top 50 off the top of my head half the time. Like, you have to remember, I have Nigerian manga on my top 50 as well.
That's fair.
Yeah, Cowboy did not make my top 50.
It's a goddamn shame.
But it's like, you got stuff like Vagabond I have on mine.
Great, fantastic series.
Freyrin I have.
I haven't watched it. I
Claymore.
heard it's good.
Steins Gate.
I heard that's good.
Heavenly Delusion is another one you should get onto.
That's one I want to watch. So.
Then I have another Korean manhwa, The World After the Fall.
Ooh.
Which Omniscient Reader...
I heard about that one.
Oh my god. It's in the same universe as Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. And I recently finished the second volume of Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, and it's like, okay, that's going to end up finding its way like right by The World After the Fall on my list.
I heard about that. I was like, the title of it sounds cool. I don't know anything about it, but the title sounds awesome. So
Dude, it's like, hard. Okay. It's hard to say what it's about, because the first arc is completely different from the second arc. Then the third arc is completely different than the fourth arc. Like, every arc is unique. It's like its own separate story, but it's all interconnected, and it's all following Jaehwan, the main character.
So it sounds like Attack on Titan with the whole plot lines being everywhere. And
it's not even the plot lines are everywhere. It's a solid plot line, but it's like, it feels like each arc is... It feels like a true story arc should be, where each arc is its own story, and the only thing to progress out of the arc is our main character.
Gotcha.
So it feels kind of more like One Piece in that state, where it's like you have all of Little Garden happens. Cool, that's its own collected arc.
Right.
And we move on. Now the cool thing with One Piece is it does affect the elements of the world around it, but when it comes to the Straw Hats, it's its own little arc. And they just move on to the next thing with how they've grown through it. That's kind of how World After the Fall works with Jaehwan. And especially now, like the current arc that the Mon was in, which I believe you have the Tower arc, you have the Gorgon arc, you have the Revival Fruit arc. I believe we're in the 4th or 5th arc. The only character that is in the story from the previous arcs is Jaehwan.
Okay.
And it's all new characters. But it's an exciting read. Like, it's on Webtoons. I believe up to chapter 109 is out.
Okay. So it sounds interesting.
Chapter 108, 109 is out. It's marked as number 110 because of the prologue, episode 0. But it is awesome. And the arc that we're currently on started on episode 90.
Okay.
So the first arc goes to... The first arc goes through episode 8 or 9. The second arc goes to... Second arc's a little longer. That's the Gorgon Castle Lord arc, which is what the manhwa in volume form is still publishing, is that arc. That goes to roughly episode 59, 60. Yeah, because 61 starts the raid arc, which goes all the way up to episode 89. And then we're on the metaverse arc now. So yeah, 4th arc, and it's insane. I highly recommend the read to anyone watching as well. We got way off topic talking about Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah, we did. It happens.
That was your. So what's your 13 or 14?
Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh yeah, 13. Tokyo Ghoul.
Yep.
Tokyo Ghoul is one that was not on my list.
No.
But it 100% is now. Like it's getting a spot after finishing the manga.
Isn't it so good?
The way the manga ends makes so much more sense.
That's what I've been saying for like a month.
Like the way Amon dies is so much better.
Like, do you see why I'm so pissed off why we don't have another like we need it animated like now?
Yeah. And hold on, spoiler warning for the Tokyo Ghoul manga if you haven't even looked this up. If you haven't watched Tokyo Ghoul,
do it.
But
only the first season.
I would say I told Tony this because he hasn't watched it yet. He's watched the first season, I believe.
Oh my god.
But
good.
You could still watch it. I would recommend watching it before reading. That way you're not pissed off. But it does feel like two separate stories. Especially going into... I'm on chapter 11 of Tokyo Ghoul Re now.
Okay.
And even that, it's completely different off the rip.
See, I haven't even read Re.
It's completely different off the start. Like, we get hints... Like,
God.
Did you think Kaneki was Hayase? The leader of the Quinque squad?
No.
Not until it gets, like, revealed later on in Re, right?
Exactly.
Chapter 4, in the fight against the Torso Ghoul, the centipede emerges.
That early?
Yep. And it turns out that Mado, Arima, and a lot of the higher-ups know that Hayase is Kaneki.
Yeah, alright. I gotta go read Re.
And when that happens, they tell the rest of the Quinque squad that he is a true half-ghoul compared to them being implanted with Kahukos.
Oh, fuck.
And then, even I'm only on chapter 11, and this is all that's happening as I've read. They go to Yomo's new coffee shop called Re.
Okay.
Toka's there. Kaneki gets hot sweats and a hot flash and PTSD because he recognizes her as Hayase.
Alright, okay. Re's going on my list now.
Yeah. It's like I said, it is completely different. I hated Re as an anime because it was so confusing.
Ghoul back now.
Yeah, I want to know what this 10-year anniversary project truly is because it can't just be the episodes on YouTube.
No, there's 179 chapters of Tokyo Ghoul Re, by the way.
181.
On the Shonen Jump, it only has 179.
So, let me pull up mine real quick.
Yeah. Then there's the 3 novels.
So I read the Tokyo Jack chapter, which I would highly suggest reading as well. That's 7 chapters.
7. Yeah,
it shows Arima in school.
Okay.
It's like an Arima prequel.
Okay.
So they don't have the 3 bonus chapters that are in the actual volumes.
Okay, so there's only technical 179. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Technical. Okay.
But I'm still going to be buying the box set at one point. I'm on chapter 12, actually. My bad. So it's yeah, and Hayase knows he has no. Hayase knows he's Kaneki as well, like off the rip. And he's muted.
Sorry, I'm in shock right now.
Yeah, Hayase knows he has an inner personality because the Hayase personality is an embedded personality in his memory by the CCG.
What the fuck?
Basically, they revived him after Arima killed him.
It's so much different.
Yeah, Arima straight up kills him in the manga. He's dead. But they give him an RC booster, so he regenerates.
What?
And then they
fuck?
implant the Hayase personality into him. And the Hayase personality, they gave it dominance over the Kaneki personality, but the Kaneki personality is fighting to regain dominance. So it's a power struggle in the mind for what personality is going to prevail.
Jesus Christ. Okay,
And that's all in the first 10 chapters.
Motherfucker, you blew my mind. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I fucking love Tokyo Ghoul.
It's so different. But there's another thing, like at the end of OG Tokyo Ghoul, in the anime, Kaneki Hide is still alive.
Yes.
Now they don't show it in the manga, but Kaneki straight up says Hide disappeared after Hide offered himself for Kaneki to eat.
Yep.
Hide's dead.
100%.
Also,
if you didn't think that, you got it fucked up.
Yoshimura's alive.
Yes.
Now, I haven't seen them. The only characters in Re so far from OG that we have seen is Mado, because she is Hayase's supervisor.
Yes.
Arima, of course, because him and Hayase have regular meetings.
Mm.
And then we've seen Yomo and Toka.
Mm-hmm.
And the only Algiri tree member we have seen, and it just happened in chapter 11, was Ayato.
Okay.
And that's because the torso escaped. Oh no, we see Nishino as well. Nishino is the snake, is Orochi.
Okay.
We've seen him.
And that's on the list.
Because Hayase was fighting Orochi and knocks his mask off, that's what lets Kaneki come out and the centipede emerge. Hayase tries to keep it back.
Holy shit.
And the this chick here. Toru.
Ree's on the list.
Toru.
Okay.
It gives us very early on that she is an actual girl because the torso rips off her shirt.
Gotcha.
Which we don't learn out she's actually, like, he is a she until way later in the anime.
Yep.
So yeah. I 100% agree with everyone who was saying Tokyo Ghoul needs a new anime now.
Like, there's no way it doesn't deserve it.
No, it doesn't. It 100% does. Like, that was just... You can ask Tony tomorrow when he's on here. Or you can text him and ask him how much I was shocking and being in shock and gasping while reading the last 5 volumes of Tokyo Ghoul. Because I read the second half of 9 all the way through 14 while he was here last week. So moving on, what is the next one on your list? I believe 12 we're at now? Taco? Oh, he's muted now. You there?
Can you hear me now, Mr. Krabs?
Now I can hear you.
It's a fucking miracle. I was talking for like 5 minutes.
I'm sitting here, I'm like, okay, it's quiet. I'm going to put some rustage on so there's background noise.
That's fair. That's completely fair.
You're number 12.
We have the first big drop of the list. Ironically, when we get the things that are like changing,
Oh, boy.
it dies. Dragon Ball.
Okay.
Gotta have Dragon Ball. I have to.
I'm shocked you allowed it to get out of your top 10 because it was at number 3 before.
Yes. Once we get higher up, you will understand.
And Cowboy Bebop dropped as well.
No, Cowboy Bebop went up, I believe.
It was at 13 before. Blue Lock dropped. And
Yes.
Demon Slayer dropped out of the list entirely.
So did Spy Family.
Okay. And then you have, I take it, Seven Deadly Sins and Fire Force dropped out too?
Yep, they're not here anymore.
So, actually, that's something I could have brought up. I don't have it set up in the same way as my top 50, though, because it's in the bracket form. But
I can see, we can see what's out. You can see the difference.
So, Demon Slayer went from number 10 to Gone.
Yep.
Fire Force went from 15 to go on.
Yep.
Cowboy Bebop went from 13 to 14.
Only one place different, so.
Dragon
which
Ball.
Is understandably so.
Dragon Ball went from
9 spot.
3 to 12.
Big 9 spot.
Spy Family went to 14 to Gone.
Yep.
Blue Lock went from 12 to 15.
Yes.
And Seven Deadly Sins is gone.
Yep, gone.
Okay. Yeah, Dragon Ball, I didn't expect you to drop it out of your top 10.
I didn't want to, but once we get higher up,
yeah,
you'll
see. I have huge respect for Dragon Ball. I have huge respect for Akira Toriyama. His birthday was actually yesterday.
Yes,
which is why we're changing tomorrow from the Earth, Ground, Stone, and Rock episode to our first Debate or Destroy episode, which is Dragon Ball. But it's going to be more of like an in-memory episode, kind of.
Yes. Ironically, there was the earthquake in New York yesterday. Someone I saw a TikTok earlier. It was like, someone finally did it. Someone went Super Saiyan.
There was one in Singapore literally a couple days ago, too.
Someone did it. Someone did it.
Yeah, it was a 7.6 in Singapore. And it was a 4.6 in New York yesterday.
That's a big ass earthquake.
It is very. It's bad over there.
And say Japan had a tsunami.
That would have happened by now, though.
Yeah, but still, it happened. Nuts.
Yeah, I saw some videos of what it looks like over there right now, and there's multiple buildings that are just gone now.
It's nuts.
Number 11.
Code Geass.
Code Geass. Now, that was not on your list before.
Mm-mm.
So you finally added in Code Geass, which is my number 10.
Yes. Yes, Code Geass.
It's about
incredible.
time.
Lelouch.
Lelouch is. There's no one.
Lelouch.
Anyone could try to say there's a better character than Lelouch. They're just objectively wrong. Like, when it comes to Code Geass, Lelouch is the best character in the show.
100%. That's not debatable.
Like, he has top tier writing.
Easily. He is one of the best main characters written. I will say that confidently.
And
At
I
least in my
believe it
opinion.
was his character that actually inspired Aaron's character.
Oh, I can totally see it.
You figure the
Without a doubt.
the revolutionist to
Yep.
the evil emperor type to dying to free everybody.
Yep.
So,
Oh yeah. He's a goat.
And number 10.
All right, get your gas mask ready. Don't die on me.
Okay.
One Piece.
So One Piece dropped 4 places.
Five.
It was at 6 before.
I thought. Yeah. One Piece.
Why?
The consistency. I feel like it's a valid take. Like, when One Piece is good, it is some of the best shit you can watch or read.
True, but you have there is also
What? Let me finish. But when it is bad, it is fucking bad.
so
like, it's bad. But
that's the
I'm gonna
thing.
give One Piece its props though.
That-
Like, when it is good, it is some of the best shit I've ever watched.
That's the thing with One Piece. Yeah, the pacing is kind of bad, but the way Toei,
Of course.
the way Toei's been trying to do it since like the beginning, is trying to stay a year behind the manga, so they don't have to do random filler arcs anymore.
No, I'm not even like getting like at that
Yeah.
like that aspect. Not even like the filler aspect of One Piece.
Like
But,
there hasn't been a filler arc in so long.
which is a good thing. Like personally, I'm not the biggest fan of filler. I mean, if you look
Yeah.
at my number one, there's none.
So
There's none. But like, I'm not gonna get at the fact that One Piece has like filler, like
the
all
other
that
thing I
stuff.
know you were upset about was the way Fishman Island plays out. Now,
yeah, like
because One Piece is a lore-heavy story, you're gonna have these slower arcs that are full of lore. Like Fishman Island, yeah. When it comes to the battle shonen aspect, it's weak. But when it comes to the lore aspect, there's a shit ton of it.
which is fine. Like I don't mind that, but like
Yeah, like there's not many other arcs that have more lore than Fishman Island. Wano does, and Wano, Zoe, Skypiea, and I would say Reverie have more lore than Fishman Island. But everything else has less lore.
But like, I mean, that's fine and all. Like, I don't mind the whole like the lore thing. I mean, AOT has a shitload of it, and I don't mind that. But I don't mind that. The lore does not affect me in any shape, way, or form. It's just like you can't compare the two. Like, going from Marineford to Fishman is what it is. But like, I like you can't compare the two because one's an all-out war with Whitebeard and the Marines and everything else.
Yeah,
and,
it's a high
can't,
climax point.
and it is some of the best shit I've watched. I can say that. Like, it is some of the best shit I've watched. But like, when you get points in like, I've seen like some shit from when like Sage has shown me like some stuff like after Fishman.
Mm-hmm.
Like
you were there for the 1027 episode, I think.
yeah, like that was great. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Like when I get to Wano, I'm probably gonna be in like fucking heaven. But like,
Oh, even before that, because you got the war at Dressrosa, you got the war at Whole Cake. There's pretty much 3 wars that happen.
but like yeah, I'm gonna be in heaven with those. But like, it's not like I said, not going like to the filler thing. It's just
Yeah. I
the
think
consistency. Like it's not like a filler
Yeah.
problem.
You're gonna have a problem
every
with
show has filler.
Zoe. You're gonna have a problem with Zoe then. When you get there.
Just, I mean, there's a chance probably.
Yeah, it's
but,
in
like,
between Dressrosa and Whole Cake.
But like most shows have filler,
Hmm.
and some of them need it, and that's perfectly fine and dandy. Like Black Clover has a good bit. Naruto has a shitload.
Naruto has some of the most filler.
Oh yeah, but One Piece has its fair share.
Yeah, One Piece has
Has
about,
some.
I believe it's about 90 episodes of filler in One Piece.
See, that's not bad.
To where
But,
like Naruto has close to
A lot.
300 episodes.
It's a lot.
And
I
then you
wish
add
there
you
wasn't
add
so
in
much.
Boruto and it's close to 400 episodes of filler.
We don't count Boruto here. Twin Vortex is fucking awesome though.
And then
But
Bleach has
we don't care about
roughly
that.
like, I think it's like 100 something episodes of filler.
like I said, like most have their fair share.
But you have to
And
remember,
some of them need it.
those 3 shows were also going on at a time when seasonal anime wasn't really a thing.
Exactly. Which is perfectly fine. Like I can't bash filler because most shows have them.
That's why I'm surprised Boruto went with the consistent release instead of switching to seasonal when Boruto started.
I love the fact of what they're doing with Twin Vortex though.
Yeah, and
I love it.
with the anime, they are going to be switching to, from what I've read, they're going to be switching to seasonal, starting, and they're going to be restarting the Code Arc.
They're restarting the Code Arc.
Well, you figure there's only 3 episodes of the Code Arc.
Okay. See, that actually might give it like a chance to be like good.
Yeah. What I think they should do entirely is scrap the first 293 and not even call it Boruto Part 2, just call it Boruto and actually only canon stuff. Lead up to the start of the Code Arc and then have your break until the next season.
And then time skip with the Blue Vortex, the Twin Vortex, or whatever the fuck it's
Well,
called.
no,
off the top of my head.
not even start the Code Arc.
Just immediate time skip.
Because the second season can be the Code Arc, and then you have the time skip for the third season.
That's perfect.
Like, there's enough manga content for Boruto for 2 seasons, 24 episodes.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, they could do a 2 core season and have a 24 episode season like My Hero does.
They could do that easily. They could do the same. Solo Leveling's doing it for this year too.
And you figure, from what I read, there's a chance Black Clover will come back before Bleach is done in a seasonal format. It's a chance. I don't think Period's gonna do it until Bleach is done.
That's understandable, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and that's why people think, oh, Black Clover got canceled. I was like, no, it got put on hiatus.
But if Black Clover comes back early, I will fucking scream.
I honestly, I mean, there's enough to
if.
get like 50 episodes out of it.
I think there's more than that.
I believe there's enough. Well, you have to remember there's a lot of fight scenes.
There's a lot of fighting. They are fighting a lot, and it is awesome.
They could do like a 50 episode season that leads up to the end of the Spade arc and the beginning of the final arc.
Honestly, they're probably just better off finishing up the manga than coming back and doing it.
That's what I think they should wait. When Bleach,
I feel like it's the best move.
Bleach finishes, you give us that season leading up to the final arc, and then you have more time to let the manga finish for the final season.
As much as I want Black Clover back, if they get the time for it to finish and they put all Studio Period's effort into Black Clover, I will probably lose my mind.
They don't even need all of Studio Period's effort.
I want it!
There's 6 animators on Bleach, including the director and assistant director. You want to know how many? It's actually better. The less animators you have on a series, the better it is.
Okay, then regardless, I want the same people who did Bleach.
Because Boruto had 16 to 20 animators.
That is actually pretty wild.
When it comes to animation, this is one of the few things I actually know when it comes to the animation world. The more people you have, the more inconsistencies because of all the different styles.
That's fair.
And people leaving off on stuff and other people picking up where it is and it doesn't flow right. The less people you have, the easier they're able to work together and get things to flow smoothly like you see in Bleach.
That's fair.
Like the One Piece team, I believe, is like 7 people max.
That is fucking
Granted,
so true.
they have new teams switching out every now and then. But when it comes to a certain string of episodes, it's almost always the same teams. Now, they have different directors for different key moments. Like, episode 1000 and episode 1015 had the same director, but she wasn't part of the other episodes in between.
Right.
Episode 1048 and 1049 with the oil paint style was a completely different team. The Gear 5th team is its own separate team. So depending on what is needed for the episode and what style they're doing, like for Egghead, it's a whole new team with a new director because it's a whole new style that Toei's doing.
That makes sense.
So
I want the same people who do
Bleach.
Who do Bleach for Black Clover, like ASAP.
Yeah. Have you watched Akudama Drive yet?
No.
I was the director of Thousand Year Blood War is the director of Akudama Drive. That's how I found Akudama Drive.
Okay. Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of which, going all the way back to Ninja Kamui, the guy who did the first season of JJK does Ninja Kamui.
Is Ninja Kamui from WitNet? Who's animating Ninja Kamui?
I personally don't know, but whoever did it, it looks like Boondocks, and I fucking love it. Some of the characters look like they're straight from Boondocks.
Oh, it's E&H. It's the same people who did the Monsters episode for Ryuma.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, it's E&H Studio.
They did it with some of the characters, like when you first get into the very first, it starts off like they're on a train, and it shows a guy in a suit and whatever. But it looks like the characters are from the fucking the Boondock show from Adult Swim, and I'm like, I'm fucking in because it looks like Boondocks, and Boondocks is great.
Is this a Korean one?
I'm not sure actually. I didn't go too in depth with looking it up.
Listen to who established it. E&H Production is an animation planning and production company established by director Sung-Hoo Park.
That is the man who did JJK.
Yeah, he created E&H Production.
That is fucking awesome. I didn't know that. But yeah,
and it was established it was only established in 2021, so it was after season 1 of JJK was done.
So we all remember how good the first season was. Yeah, he's doing it.
So he went to do his own studio after, I'm guessing after Mappa got... Yeah, dude, it was literally founded 6 days before the final episode of JJK aired for season 1.
Kinda awesome. He said, fine, fuck y'all, I'm out.
Well, he left Mappa, so...
Yeah, we like him.
He left Mappa.
Yeah, he's doing a hell of a job in Ninja Kamui. So.
Oh, he's the director, so he's the one that actually approves everything.
It is incredible.
So what is your number 9?
9. Hold on, pull back up the list. Naruto.
So 4th place drop for Naruto.
Yes.
You had it at number 5 before.
Naruto. The reason behind it. Some of my favorite fights are in Naruto.
There are some good fights in Naruto.
And there's a lot of good fights. A lot of my favorite characters are also from Naruto.
Yeah, see, that's the difference between your list and my list. You were more shonen based.
Yes.
Like, especially like battle shonen.
Yeah, I mean, it's how I was introduced to it.
So, and I mean, technically the same for me. Yu-Gi-Oh is a battle shonen.
Is it really?
Yes, it is.
I didn't know that.
It is a battle shonen. And
fair enough. The more you know.
In regards to that, the Pokemon manga is a battle shonen, to where the Pokemon anime is a battle coda.
Interesting.
Yeah, the manga is a lot darker than the anime. A lot darker.
I mean, most of them are. Naruto's manga is dark as shit.
No. I mean, there's no comparison.
I mean, that's fair.
Like, you can still compare. You can still compare the Naruto anime to the manga. Same with Bleach.
I mean, yeah, but like, I meant like, not like, I don't want to say necessarily like darker. But I mean like more like gruesome.
Well, yeah, because there's censorship. But when it comes to Pokemon, looking at the Pokemon manga compared to the anime, it's like looking at Berserk compared to Spy Family.
That's actually really funny.
Like, that's how bad the gap between them is.
That's actually really funny.
But for me, I'm like everything. I watch from BLGL all the way to the darkest seinen shit you can think of.
Yeah.
So that's more than likely why like Naruto will never make my top 50.
That's completely fair.
And that's the same with Dragon Ball. Because as much as I respect and I love to see the fight scenes in Dragon Ball, I grew up on Final Fantasy. I love story.
That's fair. Like,
I'm not saying that
know,
Naruto's story is bad.
I like the story of Naruto. I like the fights. I like all that shit. It's
I'd
great.
say it'd probably be in my 60s or 50s if I were to actually have to place Naruto somewhere.
Still not bad though.
To where Dragon Ball would probably be my 100 benchmark.
See, it's still not bad.
No, compared to how much I've actually watched, it's not bad at all.
Exactly. Like Naruto's a fun watch.
Naruto's
Is there
something.
problems with it?
Naruto's
Yes.
like say like I can't find anything on YouTube to watch. I'll pop over to like Hulu or Crunchyroll or Netflix and just pop on Naruto to fall asleep to.
Exactly. Like Naruto's a fun watch. And like when you get to the fight scene, like, all right, this is a dope ass fight. I'm gonna watch the fight. Like Naruto has some iconic ass moments.
Some of my first crying moments from anime came from Naruto,
Exactly.
and that nothing in part one.
No.
The
Part one's hype.
the first time I actually cried to Naruto was Shikamaru yelling Asuma.
Oh, such a good moment. And the full resolve of Shikamaru beating Hidan.
I was on the edge of my seat for that fight. I will say that. And it hits close to home for me because Shikamaru is my favorite character.
That's why I like Naruto so much. Like, you get that big resolve.
And then for Jiraiya's didn't make me cry. Naruto's reaction didn't make me cry. It was Tsunade's yell.
I remember when I told I remember like the first time I told Sage to watch Naruto, and he goes, I will never forget. I hope that Orochimaru fucker dies. Was one of his first things he told me.
Nope, that motherfucker immortal.
That's what that
motherfucker a parent now.
Yeah, he is a parent now, which is really weird. But notice this, the craziest thing about Orochimaru, that is Steve Blum.
Mm-hmm.
Blows my mind. But going back, I told him off rip that Naruto killed Orochimaru, just so I wouldn't spoil like Sasuke for when he does it. Like I didn't want to spoil that because like you wouldn't have thought of it happening.
Oh.
Considering he just went with them and everything else, like I don't want to spoil this. Like I was hyped as shit when I watched that for the first time.
So, not including Pokemon, because like at the time I was watching Pokemon, I didn't know it was anime. It wasn't until Yu-Gi-Oh that I realized it was anime. So I'm not going to include Pokemon, but the first anime I cried at was Bleach, and it was Goodbye, Rukia.
Oh damn!
That was the first time I cried in the anime.
I can say the only anime thing that's probably made me cry when it's because I was younger was Ash when he gets turned to stone.
Yeah, that was the thing I was excluding.
Yeah, that was probably the only time I had an anime like made me cry.
Dude,
I was a small. It hurt.
When you get into certain genres, it's like they're made to make you cry.
That was not supposed to.
Like, this one you would actually like because it is about superhumans. So it kind of follows the line of My Hero, but it's more of like they're persecuted and they're fighting from the shadows instead of being part of hero society. Okay. It's called Charlotte. It's 13 episodes.
It's not bad.
And it is a battle. It is a battle anime.
Okay. I'm intrigued.
The last episode is going to kill you.
See, I don't like hearing that.
And then you got a Kame ga Kill too, which is a seinen.
See, I know that show's fucked up.
Mm-hmm. For some reason, I always find the ones that fuck you up and make you want to just sit there and cry in a corner. And I keep going back.
I think we labeled this in the first season of us doing this was trauma.
Yeah.
That's how we labeled it, was just trauma.
Like Charlotte, trauma. Plastic Memory, trauma.
Trauma.
Your Lie in April, trauma. Steins Gate, mega trauma.
Berserk, trauma.
Erased is another one, trauma.
That's fair.
Oh,
Pokemon, trauma.
Darling in the Franks, trauma.
Pokemon, hella trauma for no reason.
Oh,
I thought my man's was gone.
Moving into your number 8.
You brought up some shadows. It's the Eminence in Shadow.
Eminence in Shadow gets added to the list now.
Yes, sir. I did a rewatch of, I'm currently in the midst of a rewatch of season 1. Patiently, I'm going to watch season 1 to go into 2. And, God, I love this show.
Yeah, I still gotta come over one day and get you to watch season 2.
I love this show to death.
So, you had Full Metal at number 8 before, and you had JJK at 9 before. Did either of those... Yeah. Are either of those gone?
One is.
I am guessing it's Full Metal.
Sadly, yes.
Cope's not gonna like that when he watches this.
Probably not. He will. Yeah.
I mean, he didn't like where I had Full Metal placed. Or no, he understood because of how much I watch.
Yes. Me? He will come after my ass.
He will come after you, because where did I have Full Metal again? I'm looking for it.
Like in the 20s? 20s?
Yeah, 24.
20. Yeah. That's not bad, though.
Yeah.
In all reality, it's a perfect story.
So going off, you had... What did you have at 16 again?
Kamui.
Ninja Kamui. So that's not even on my list.
No.
15 you had Blue Lock, which I had at 49.
Yes.
14 you had... What one?
Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy Bebop, which was not on my list.
Nope.
13 you had Tokyo Ghoul.
Which is now on there.
Which is going to be on here. I gotta figure out where, because it's gonna knock off Demon Slayer.
It fucking deserves it. Tokyo Ghoul is so good.
And you're gonna hate this too, because it's gonna bump AOT to 35.
It shouldn't be that low, but you know
it's gonna bump MHA to 33.
That's fair. See, that's a fair placement. But like,
but it's probably. Yeah. I think I'm probably gonna put it at 15. And it's gonna bump. It's gonna bump Heavenly Delusion to 16, and it's gonna bump Blade of the Immortal out of my top 16.
You see why I told you to go read Tokyo Ghoul now?
I was planning to read it to begin. I had the box set before you told me to go read it.
Well, regardless, and then like I was just kept telling you to go read it, and then you did, and now you see why.
I've had this box set since like 2021.
That's bad. You should have read it by then.
It's one of the oldest box sets I have that I haven't actually read it yet.
It's one of the best ones you have.
No, I got it in 2022. My bad. Because I did.
The best ones you have.
I got it after Bakuman, and I still have not finished that one.
Exactly my point.
I have 2 complete box sets that I still need to read: Bakuman.
Exactly my point.
And Rosario plus Vampire.
Exactly my point.
Well, I mean, you see my binge list. I updated it. A lot of stuff came off of it.
I don't know.
Your number 12 was
Dragon Ball,
which is not on my list. Your honorable mentions were my number 6 and number 50.
Yep.
Number 11 was
Yas.
Code Geass, which is my number 10. And then your number 10 was One Piece, which is my number 1.
Yep.
So then your number 8 you said was... What was your number 8 again? Why am I already forgetting it?
It's Eminence in Shadow.
Eminence in Shadow. I don't think that's on my list.
It was not on your list.
No, it's not.
Crime, but understandable.
I mean, if I were to make a top 10 isekai, it would be there. Because you figure...
You did say it was your favorite isekai.
No, it's not my favorite.
When it first dropped. When it dropped.
Well, yeah, I didn't watch
initially.
Mushoku Tensei yet.
Yeah, like I said, at first.
Like, my top isekais, my number 1 is Mushoku Tensei.
Fair.
My number 2 is Slime. I had it tied with Slime for a little bit.
That's fair.
My number 3 is No Game, No Life.
Okay.
And then my number 4 is Overlord. And then my number 5 would probably be Eminence and Shadow.
That's fair. So Eminence is so much fun to watch. I love that show.
I'm on volume 6 of Overlord of the light novel right now.
Oh, wow.
I think I'm almost done with it, too. Sorry, my thing went away. I'm checking my Spotify. I'm on chapter 8 of 11. I have... It's 10 hours for the audiobook.
Oh, wow.
I have basically 5 hours left of the audiobook. 5.5 hours.
That's not horrible.
No, but I'm almost out of my 15 hours for the month.
You gotta go, you gotta haul through that shit.
Well, they only have 10 on Spotify right now. And Chris Guerrero, the voice of Ainzel Gone, is the one that reads it.
That's dope.
Oh, no, it's dope as hell when he's doing, like, Sebis, Cocytus, Demiurge, Ainz,
cool.
even Brain and Gazif. It's so dope. But then when he does Albedo, the twins, Shaltir, it's, like, comically hilarious.
See, like, having a voice actor do it is so cool.
Yeah, because he does a unique voice for each character, and then he does his Ainz and his Momonga voices.
Yeah. Like, that is such a cool...
And that's why I love the Spotify audiobooks, because, like, I have so many in my library to listen to. I know I have the SAO ones, which is done by Bryce Papenbrook and Asana's voice actor.
Bryce the GOAT.
I gotta look it up on my phone because it doesn't show you on the desktop app. Um, 8-6 is done by Suez Young and Alejandro Saab, so Sayu does 8-6.
Okay.
Mushoku Tensei is done by Cliff Kurt. Konosuba is done by Arnie Pantoja and Eric Mendez. And Erica Mendez, I believe, is also the voice actor of either Kilo or Gon.
Okay.
In Hunter x Hunter. Saga of Tanya the Evil is done by Carlo Zen. So What I'm a Spider is done by Okina Baba. Oh no, wait, that's the actual writer. My bad. That was the actual writer I was saying. My bad. Tanya of the Eagle is narrated by Shirome Asario. So What I'm a Spider is done by Caitlin Kelly. Goblin Slayer is done by Hayden Daivu and Josh Bangle.
Okay.
The way the audiobook search on here sucks, actually. Like, there we go. Finally found SAO. Yeah, Bryce Papenbrook and Chermi Lee. And this is a good way to, like, get through light novels, because the way I read, it's not that great. Spice and Wolf is done by J. Michael Tatum and Brina Palencia. Which, if you don't remember who J. Michael Tatum is, he is Eneru. He is also Ida in My Hero Academia.
Okay.
But that's all the ones on the main screen of audiobook. They need to update the UI for the audiobook section of Spotify. Because I can't even look at my full library that I have like in my queue to play, basically. Where are we at? You're number 7 now?
Yes.
All right. What is your number 7?
6.
8-6?
Yep.
Okay, that is one that did not make my list, but it was on the edge. Like, it's in the 50s.
It's so good.
I
need more.
I really did enjoy it. I could probably try to find somewhere to put it on here. But then when I compare it to like some of these other series, it's like, okay, I look at like the rewatchability and how much it kept my attention as like my 2 focal points for anything past like my top 16.
Oh, say I remember when you were watching it. Oh, trust me, I remember.
Yeah. So it definitely held my attention very well.
Very well.
Oh, my bad. I missed one here for the isekais. Eminence would be number 6 for isekais. Ari Ferretta is my number 5 isekai.
Makes sense.
But in terms of rewatchability for 8-6, it feels like if I were to go back and rewatch it from the beginning after finishing season 2, it's like, would I actually enjoy it again?
Right.
So that's like another thing for like AOT. Like, yes, I enjoyed AOT. I even rewatched it multiple times, but I felt myself losing interest every time I rewatched it.
That's fair.
And granted, it is because I watched the first 3 seasons like 8 times.
Right.
So it's like, it's over repetitive now.
Right. That's fair. I say I can't get enough of AOT, so.
Alright, and you said
I need all of it.
what was your number 7 again?
8-6.
8-6. That was not on your top 16 last time.
Nope.
Your number 7 before was Bleach.
Mm-hmm.
So moving into your number 6 now. Which previously your number 6 was One Piece.
It's not Black Clover.
So Black Clover went from 11 to 6.
Well deserved. Yeah,
I can see that.
It deserves it.
It is sitting at my number 48, and this was before I caught up with the manga.
Yes.
Now, it's going to go above AOT probably. So AOT is actually more than likely going to drop to 36.
That's a fucking war crime.
I'm probably going to put it right above Full Metal. If I were to be
That
updating
I like
my
to
list
see.
now. So it would
That I
be
like to see.
it'd be ahead of Full Metal, Goblin Slayer, Akudama Drive, Komi, Black Lagoon, My Hero, Hellsing, AOT, but it would still fall behind Boys Abyss, No Game No Life, Ava, Slime, World After the Fall.
I don't think it's
Which
better than
technically
My
World
Hero.
After the Fall is also an isekai.
That's fair.
So technically that would be my number 2 isekai technically.
You think Black Clover's better than MHA?
Yeah, I've always liked Black Clover more than MHA, but because I didn't have enough of the manga under my belt, and I mainly had the basically I was still in anime.
That's fair.
I was still
You were based off anime knowledge.
Yeah, because
That's fair.
where I read to when I made my list, I was still in anime adapted chapters.
Yeah,
It
it was a
was-
giant fucking turn.
It was because of some of the filler and some of the poor pacing. Like the first chapter did not need to be 3 episodes long.
No, it did not.
It made it fall. But I've always liked
Yep.
the concept and the world building of Black Clover more than MHA.
100%. 100%.
I've always liked it more. Plus, out of like some of the big new ones like MHA, Black Clover, and I'll say Boruto because I'm not going to include any of the Dark Trio.
Oh, you can't.
But like out of those three, Black Clover does have the most Bleach influence out of all of them. And you can clearly see that with the characters.
Even more than Demon Slayer, you think?
I completely forgot about Demon Slayer. I would say no because that is like Demon Slayer's basically whole inspiration is Bleach.
Right.
It's basically Bleach light. Like you don't like all the blood and gore that's in Bleach, go watch Demon Slayer.
Exactly.
Because in both Black Clover and Demon Slayer, like the Hashira and the Magic Knight captains, if you look at them compared to the Gote 13 captains, you can see every connection.
Yep.
Except for Jack. Except for Jack in Black Clover.
It helps that Studio Period also does Black Clover and Bleach.
But Jack is the only exception to that. Because he's based off of Noitora. One of the Espada.
Yeah.
And I would venture to say Yami is closely based off of Yama. Espada 10.
Okay.
Big buff dude, always angry.
Loves to poop. Can't forget that about Yami. Can't forget that.
Yeah.
Loves to poop.
So.
Oh, I love that show.
Yeah, but
Good.
It was mainly because of the manga of My Hero that moved it up. Because, say, I never started reading the manga of My Hero, Demon Slayer probably wouldn't be on this list, and My Hero would be at 50 because that's where My Hero was before some of the most recent arcs.
Which is fucking wild, but understandable.
It wasn't until like the Para-Liberation War and the Vigilante arc.
That's fair.
Those were the two arcs that really bumped it up. And what bumped it up even...
The arc in the manga was incredible.
Yeah, and what bumped it up to where it's at now was the current arc in the manga.
Oh, yeah, now it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, every chapter's a holy shit moment.
But it does hit that same roadblock that AOT hits. The rewatchability of My Hero is extremely hard to do.
I don't think so.
I think if you're within the first 4 seasons, say you never watched season 5 or season 6, the rewatchability is there because Deku's character doesn't change too drastically. But once you hit those drastic changes of Deku in 5 and 6, that makes it hard to go back and watch Crybaby Deku again.
To be honest, I can just throw on My Hero and be content.
Yeah,
it doesn't bother me.
To me, it makes it hard. It's like I've been through all this character development with these characters. Going back to the start with Daddy Issue Todoroki again, Crybaby Deku, Bully Bakugo. It's like it doesn't feel right anymore to go back and rewatch it from that.
Agreed.
So that's where it takes the tank in the rewatchability.
I just love going back and watching it and just going, damn, look how innocent it was.
I will go back. I will go back and like pull up clips, but I don't go back and rewatch the whole thing.
Like I just have it like tossed on like from here and there. Well, as of late, like I'm already back at like the sports. I was like, damn, like, I really want like another one, like at some point, but like now,
it's not gonna happen. But it's like
never gonna fucking happen.
With One Piece, you can go back and rewatch it perfectly fine.
See, I don't think I could.
Well, the length is a problem with going back and rewatching. I will say that.
I don't think I could.
But like based on
maybe
like the
here and there,
based on like the characters and the way the story is, you can see like it's not as drastic of a change as My Hero was. If you go back to the start.
Yeah.
Now, once you get to Egghead and stuff, it does make it slightly harder because of Gear 5th.
Of course.
Another one, even though it's in my top 3, but with the 1,000 Year Blood War, it's going to make the rewatchability hard for me at least, is going to be Bleach.
Yeah. I feel like it's like a one-time watch.
Yeah, it's like... And that's how My Hero feels for me.
See, like I love going back and be like, damn, like I like.
Now,
Like I said about the sports festival, like I wish we got like more of that stuff before they did what they did, but I don't. I love what
yeah.
they're doing now, so it's like,
Now,
oh, I hold no gripes or grudges
what
to what they're
series?
doing now.
What series, story wise, do you think has the most rewatchability?
Story wise, most rewatchability, easy. It's Dragon Ball.
Nope.
Easy. It's easily. I think it's easily Dragon Ball. You can
This-
throw in Dragon Ball whenever, and you're perfectly fine.
The creator of this series that I'm going to tell you said the series, the way it ends, is meant to be rewatched. There is stuff you are not going to catch on your first watch through or read through. He knew some of his friends that had to rewatch / reread it over 50 times to catch everything because the story is meant
Intrigued.
to loop.
I'm intrigued too.
Steins
What
Gate.
is it? That's believable.
So you watch Steins Gate, then you watch Steins Gate 0, and then you rewatch from the start of Steins Gate again. Because the end of Steins Gate 0 will lead you into the start of Steins Gate. It is a loop. And you will
That's
find
pretty-
out more stuff every watch through.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Moving to your number 5, which was Naruto before.
Well, we hit top 5 territory.
It's top
Oh,
5
boy.
territory.
All right, time for the fucking haymakers. JJK.
JJK, so a 4-spot increase from number 9 to number 5.
Yes. Yes.
And I can 100%
Shibuya.
agree with that. Shibuya. JJK for me went from number, I believe, 11 to 7.
Yeah, say I'm anime knowledge only. So, still, Shibuya.
Well, you have slight manga.
More than I wanted. I'll be honest, more than what I wanted.
Gojo.
I think everyone has manga knowledge now.
Yeah, I mean, I did use this as the image for it.
Yeah.
The paste. It's not copying and pasting.
Like, I kind of, like, a part of me hopes, like, he wasn't, like, really, like, gone, but he is. Like, for me, that, like, sucks, because I love Gojo.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Gojo's the shit. As much as people don't like him, I love him. I like having that one character. It's like,
oh, you
yeah,
son of a bitch.
I got this. I'd win.
I know I sent it to you. It's the nah, I'm back one.
Yeah.
It's like, I know I
Like-
sent it to you somewhere.
Like, it's always fun having that one character cocky as shit, but he's a fucking moron.
I just realized scrolling back through to my messages with you, Noelle is like a gender bent Toshiro.
Yeah.
I just realized that instead of ice, it's
Yeah.
water.
Yeah.
So I can 100% agree why JJK is there.
It has to be.
Calling games and Zenin clan incident, which I believe
get
is
there.
what season 3 is going to cover.
Probably.
Because we're in the
But is the game still going?
So actually, I looked this up. Technically, it's part of the Calling Game saga,
Okay.
but we are in the Shinjuku incident arc.
Okay. Okay.
So I can definitely
I was
see,
curious.
because the Zenin clan incident is quick, kind of like Hidden Inventory was.
Gotcha.
So I can definitely see season 3 being Zenin clan incident into the Calling Games.
Never forget the hidden inventory incident. Never forget. That caught me so off guard. We saved her.
Oh, that
Holy
part.
shit!
I love how Mappa did that, though.
Dude.
And
that was like-
JJK has high rewatchability, in my opinion.
Oh, 100%. That is some trauma shit, okay?
Like, the way it's just like, okay, you got this nice mellow music playing. It's not sad. You got the end credits rolling, and then everything stops when Toji shows up.
Like,
I love the way they did that, and I forgot it happened So I'm sitting there like, something's gonna happen. I have a feeling something did happen, but I can't remember. And then pow, and I'm like, oh, that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. JJK, Gege is an animal. Gege is an animal.
Say, I can't. Also, going back to my poor fallen comrade, Bryn. Oh my god, his moments.
And the fact that Shibuya was only 4 hours, and this is only
all that happened.
This is only 2 months after Yuji started being a sorcerer.
It's crazy, might I add.
August 28th was when Yuji ate the finger. It is October 31st in Shibuya.
The fact that happened in 2 months. Like, and it all happened within 4 hours. It's crazy.
The current manga chapter is New Year's Eve.
Holy shit. Poor Yuji. Poor Yuji. If anyone got trauma, it's Yuji. That poor fucking guy.
Loses his grandfather. Becomes a sorcerer with a demon inside of him. Thinks he's going to lose Megami, then loses himself.
Yes.
Comes back.
Which, in hilarious fashion.
I can't remember if anyone, actually important died in that second part.
Which part?
Of season 1, after he came back. I don't think anyone did.
No.
But he came back. He gained a brother. He gained technically 3 brothers.
Yes. He does have that.
And then in Shibuya, a month later, because they're in September in the second half of season 1. So a month later, we have Shibuya. His mentor. Oh no, I remember he did lose someone else, and it caused one of the best rage moments ever. I can't remember the dude's name though. But it was when he first encountered Mahito.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I can't remember his name.
He lost him.
That was fucking awesome.
Then you get Shibuya. He loses his mentor and basically father figure, Nanami. He loses Nobara.
Yeah.
And then skip ahead to December, the one that everyone freaking knows because no one was able to keep their mouth shut about it. He loses his sensei, Gojo.
How could... okay, in all reality, to really think I was going to stay quiet.
No, with how big a character Gojo was.
No way.
But there's another person he loses that I'm not going to say.
Please don't say anything.
I'm not, because you're going to be like, what the fuck?
I might have to punch Sage.
All I'm going to say is look at Shibuya and look how interested Sukuna was at Magahara.
I would not have said that.
Because I already told you, Yuji doesn't have him anymore.
Yeah, that I know.
Yeah.
Now I have to go punch Sage.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if he's dead,
interest.
You're just gonna hear a punch.
No,
be thrown.
He's not dead. The amount of interest.
Yeah.
He had in Magohara and Magohara's ability to adapt.
Oh, of course. Well, yeah.
All I'll say is that is what led to Gojo.
So sad.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, hold the fucking phone. What?
Yeah. Like, I wish he wasn't dead, but it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
It just is what it is. As much as I want him still in the story.
Yeah, so who is your number 4 now?
Bleach.
Your number 4 is Bleach. That used to be Avatar.
Yeah, you better thank 1,000-Year Blood War.
Bleach taking a 3-spot jump, going above Naruto, which I never thought was ever going to happen.
1,000-Year Blood War happened, okay? Okay? That happened.
Yeah.
I'm still on the Squad Zero Bankai. Till this day.
Senjimaru's.
Yeah, that shit was nuts.
Oh.
That shit was crazy. That was one of the craziest guys I've ever seen. That shit was crazy.
I was texting Tony and I accidentally said number 1 for Bleach.
We're on text on the side. That's cap.
I said JK. It's number 4.
Yeah.
So is Avatar even on the list anymore?
No.
Avatar is no longer on the list. Wow. That shocks me more than Bleach being at number 4.
It pains me. But
I'm surprised you didn't even say it as an honorable mention, or did you want it to be the surprise of it not being there at all?
Yeah. I wanted some surprise factor.
But that is one of your honorable mentions, I take it.
Yeah. It has to be.
Wow. That took me by surprise.
Yeah. I'm shocked One Piece at 10 didn't.
Your number 3, which was previously... And you know where I have Bleach. I have Bleach at number 3 on mine. Your number 3 was previously Dragon Ball. What is it now?
Solo Leveling.
Solo Leveling.
Yeah.
Perfect
I don't care. Top 3.
Yeah. It's in my top 5.
Like, immediately, I only have 11 episodes of... And I'm watching the Icarus fight. I'm like, this is top fucking 5.
You didn't watch episode 12 from last week?
No, I did.
Okay.
But, like, before it came out, I'm like, this is what I fucking like in anime.
Dude, the first person... I just rewatched that episode again today because it came out in the dub today.
I'm waiting until episode 12 comes out, and then I'm gonna go back.
Watch the whole thing with Sage?
Yep. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna rewatch it in dub. I have to. But,
He did... Never would have guessed Zenitsu was the dub actor.
Dude, he is a fucking beast.
Did you see the video he put out? About
wakey.
Wakey wakey. It's time for school. Get up, buddy.
I like how he goes, the one erect.
Erect. And it's funny. He says it when he's saying about the arise. He says it how he's gonna say it in the episode.
I hope it's I can't fucking wait.
Because he literally says all these people talking about the arise scene. Like, he switches his voice completely when he says arise.
You know what I can't wait for? Honestly, I can't, obviously, it's pretty far away. When the anime awards come back around, that motherfucker's everything.
That's gonna win so much.
He's going solo leveling's about to fucking sweep.
And, the thing is, if we look at, some of the anime for this year, you got Freyren's gonna be part of it, which holds the number 1 spot. Still, 0.3 ahead of Full Metal.
That's actually pretty wild.
And you want to know what the sad thing is? Solo's not even in the top 50.
That, my friend, that is fucking federal. That is a federal crime.
It has an 8.35. It is ranked 210th.
That's a fucking federal crime. Lock them the fuck up. That is a crime.
There's people who have mixed feelings. If you're a fan of amazingly animated, over-the-top fight sequences and overpowered main characters, this show will be right up your alley. Apart from that, solo leveling really does not have much to offer. Are you kidding me?
All I sense is cap.
How many episodes he didn't put how many episodes he watched?
Yep. All I sense is cap. Because that show is incredible.
Someone gave it a 1!
Yeah, they nuts.
This is an edited version of my previous submission, which was the highest rated review for the series until it was removed. Solo leveling might be one of the most embarrassing, confused amalgamation of power fantasy tropes and self-interest garbage to ever come out of South Korea. It's not a power fantasy.
Nope.
He works for his fucking power. Do you not realize the way the world works is when you awaken, you are set at that power. So how is it a power fantasy?
Exactly.
he says there's the question of the day. The question of the day is why A1 Pictures expended so much of their time and resources into essentially polishing a turd.
Yeah, they happen. Yeah, Solo Leveling is incredible. It is insane.
So apparently, one of Jinwo's worst qualities is his ability to have a grudge over the most asinine things.
Well, he does say he's losing his touch on that, so.
He notices in the first part when Kim didn't take, like, most notably against a 60 to 70-year-old man for not carrying Jinwo to safety during the first encounter in the dungeon that granted him his powers.
Fair play.
It was against Kim who ran out. Would you be pissed? Would you be pissed if someone says, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I have a family, when everyone is in the same boat?
I mean, I would be.
Like,
personally.
I'm sorry, I would be pissed too.
Yeah, sorry. I would want to fucking kill you know. Honestly, people are just capping to hate on it.
Solo Leveling is Crunchyroll's desperate new attempt at launching a flagship title.
It's very desperate. It's been pretty fucking successful.
I don't think it's one desperate. Two, how's it a flagship title when it's probably going to be a 5-season series? It's not even going to be long running. And the fact that the source material is already finished.
Which is a good thing.
The source material, the manhwa finished last year.
Okay.
The light novel's been done for like 3 or 4 years now.
Okay.
And perhaps there's something to be said about how a company that spent its lifespan trying to commercialize and depreciate an entire medium is funding and promoting such a sterile and blatantly mass-produced series. What webtoon companies call entertainment, I call violation of an art form. At the very least, the show's aesthetic failures reflect its own failures as a story. It's ugly, interstitial, cynically, and dishonestly presenting itself as something profound and grandson when there is nothing about it that justifies the portrayal. Solo Leveling is exactly what people who have never watched Dragon Ball Z think Dragon Ball Z is about.
Nah, Solo is definitely more in depth.
What the fuck?
Granted,
Solo Leveling is exactly what people who have never watched Dragon Ball Z think Dragon Ball Z is about? I know people who have never watched Dragon Ball Z and haven't read Solo Leveling. And you know what they think? They're like, oh, Dragon Ball Z, that's that, like, basically fight and fight and fight. I'm like, yeah. Solo Leveling is about, oh, isn't it about some dude that was weak as shit and then was able to power up and be able to, like, progress through this massive world of lore? I'm like, yeah.
Like I said, man, people are going to hate the hate.
Without even the cultural and historical significance that kind of prestige would entail, and God willing, it will never reach that level. So it's saying it's never going to reach the level of DBZ. Yeah, nothing other than One Piece, and we're staying in the realm of shonen because I'm not going to touch the seinen aspect of things because that's a whole different monster in itself.
Yeah, so you can't with this one.
But the things that are up on, like, I would say that's up on Dragon Ball's level of legendary is, of course, Astro Boy and Dororo, because they're the ones that started everything. Yes. Fist of the North Star, because that's what started Toriyama.
Yep.
One Piece, Detective Conan, Bleach, and Naruto.
Yes.
And
honestly, you can't forget Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon. Oh, that's in the Shogo aspect.
Still, it's still one of those ones where, okay, it's like, I get it.
Ava.
Yep, Ava.
Fairy Tale's even in that realm.
Debatable, but understandable. I could see it.
Well, it was when the big three were coined. If you went off of all manga, not just Shueisha, Fairy Tail was number 4.
Okay, that's fair play. Like I said, debatable, but
yeah.
that's fair play.
And like AOT, as much as I don't think AOT's up there. AOT is up there.
It's up there.
But you have to look like, will solo leveling ever reach that legendary level?
I think so.
I
feel like it could be great.
I feel like
it's
it
gonna
has
be
a
great.
possibility. It is definitely the best manhwa to come out of Korea for a long time. And you look at the top manhwas for Korea, you have Tower of God, The God of High School, and Solo Leveling. Like, it's legendary status in Korea already.
If not the number one.
No, Tower of God is above it.
Say, if not, of course, it's all opinion based.
Well, you have to look at the longevity of Tower of God as well.
True.
Tower of God is still currently going.
Okay.
Like,
that's Korea's One Piece, huh?
No, nowhere near.
I meant because it's the longest running.
But you also have to look at, like, Dragon Ball is something that influenced a lot of different series.
If it wasn't for Dragon Ball, we wouldn't have
Solo Leveling doesn't have that prestige because it's so new.
Yeah.
You look at it, what's one of the series that Solo Leveling was inspired by? And you can see it in the Cardathan Temple because it is literally based off of Floor 74 in Aincrad. SAO.
Yep.
The opening animation seems to be perfect indication on everything that's wrong with the series. It's visually cluttered. How is it visually cluttered? It's showing the failure of the third raid on Jeju Island.
Like I said, people are gonna hate the hate.
What's it? Jahaver on Mal. I'm looking at this dude's profile. This dude has only watched 8,000 episodes.
That's a lot.
You think that's a lot?
That is a lot.
I've watched 18,998.
You don't gotta flex on me like that, but still.
I've watched more than 10,000 more episodes than this dude.
That's still a lot.
He has a total of 461 entries. I have a total of 1,703.
Like I said, that's still a lot.
He has 34 dropped anime. He's dropped Am I Actually the Strongest? Altia Ryza, Buddy Daddies, Call of the Night. Oh my god. Dude dropped Ishura. And gave it a 2 after watching 2 episodes. Like, I told you, the first episode is AOT vibes.
Yeah.
He dropped Overlord and said he fell asleep 3 episodes in. What? What? He dropped Mashal after 5 episodes and gave it a 2. Chain Soldier, one of the animes that I've been hearing a shit ton about for this previous season, he dropped after 5 episodes and gave it a 3. For Fate Grand Order, Absolute Demonic Front, he gave, after 5 episodes, he gave it a 2 and said it's a boring cash grab. When was any Fate a cash grab?
I haven't watched Fate.
You know what is a cash grab? Boruto.
Oh, major.
He dropped Unwanted Undead Adventurer after the first episode and gave it a 1. That show was good. Oh my god. Wait for this one. So he gave this series a 2 after 4 episodes. Trigun Stampede.
His opinion is invalid.
He dropped Zom 100 after 9 episodes and gave it a 4. He has too many, like, he dropped Wise Man Grandchild after 1 episode and gave it a 1. Like, dude. After 2 episodes of Buddy Daddies, he gave it a 3.
Right.
And this is the shit he has on. He has Eureka 7 with an 8. What's some of the stuff he's watched? He gave 8-6 a 4.
Cap.
He gave A Silent Voice a 3. He gave A Kami Got Kill a 3. Oh, no. You want to know what his average score is for AOT? He's watched everything for AOT. His average score is a 6.
Invalid.
I don't even give it an average score of a damn 6.
That shit is peak, dude. Like, it's so good.
He gave Beast Tamers a 1 for watch, and he watched the whole thing. Like, if it's a 1, why are you going to sit through all 13 episodes?
I have watched that.
He gave Black Clover a 4 after watching the whole thing. We're on the completed stuff, by the way. He gave Black Clover a 4. I gave it a 7. He gave... His average score for Bleach is a 6 as well. Between everything. All the movies, OG, and the 2 seasons of 1000 Year. No comments yet, though. Blue Exorcist, he gave a 3.
Fair.
Okay, he got this one right. He gave Boruto a 2.
You got motherfucker.
He gave BNA a 3 and said confused, schizophrenic writing and some of the worst world building I've ever seen. Flaunts its colors in your face but feels totally hollow as a series. If not for DITF, this would be Trigger's lowest point by a wide margin. If not for Darling in the Franxx? Oh god. He gave Chainsaw Man a fucking 4.
I mean, to be fair, I'm not even the big fan of Chainsaw.
He gave Code Geass a 6 and a 3.
Yeah, no, he is capping.
He gave Cyberpunk... He gave Cyberpunk Edgerunners a 6. He gave Darling in the Franxx, he gave a 1. Date Alive, it's averaged at a 2.5 for 4 seasons. Oh no. Oh no. For all 4 arcs of Demon Slayer, its average is a 2.75 for him.
Cap.
Even I say cap, and it's number 50 on my list. He gave Dragon Ball Super a 5.
That's fair. That's fair. I think it's higher than that, but that's fair.
He gave all the movies a 1.
Yeah, no.
Including Broly.
Yeah, no. The Broly movie was gas.
OG Broly movie. Which
Not
is
even the
even
new one?
more gas.
No, I say not even the new one.
He gave Fairy Tail a 4, which I can understand.
Yeah, that's fair.
I gave it a 6 myself.
Kind of annoying.
He gave Fate Stay Night and he gave Fate 07, but he gave Fate Stay Night Unlimited Brave Works a 4.
Fair enough.
He gave Full Metal a 6.
Yeah, no.
He gave Hellsing Ultimate a 6. Hunter x Hunter he gave a 7.
No, Hunter x Hunter is mid as fuck.
Is it wrong to pick up Girls in a Dungeon? He didn't even watch the new season. All of them are 2s. There's no JoJo's above a 5. None of the JoJo's are above a 5. JJK is a 3, JJK 0 is a 5, and JJK Season 2 is a 4.
And that's where we draw the line. I mean, I drew the line at AOT, personally.
Oh my god. He gives One Piece a 6, and he's basically caught up. He gives Sandland a 7. How is Sandland the same ranking as Gushing Over Magical Girls?
We know what he's into.
Oh my god. What? I think this dude doesn't know what he's doing.
Me either.
Because, hold on. Okay. His 5 favorite anime is Telecozy, Odd Taxi, Red Line, The Big O, and Senhyu Byoku Outlaw Star. His top manga are Blame, Soul Eater, Dorohedoro, Kowabashi, and Hoseki no Kuni. Oh my god. So he has a full criteria on here. 1 is atrocity. 2 is very, very bad. Worthless except for 1 or 2 saving graces that keep it from a 1. 3, bad. Would need to be completely changed to be good or even fine. 4, not quite there. Usually could have been decent but didn't mess up. 5, mediocre. Doesn't decent to halfway decent overall. 6, fine. Whatever, I still enjoyed the series. 7, good, enjoyable, recommended. 8, great, I still consider many anime manga I give an 8 among the best. 9, still one of the best, may not have any overt flaws, but just a little short on some of the requirements. 10 is a masterpiece, perfect for all practical purposes. That said, some flawless manga or anime don't even get 10s because of lack of depth. And his little statement he also has here is something important to note. Even if I give a series a low rating, it doesn't mean I don't like it. I'm going to loosely copy-paste my friend's own criteria because it's basically the same as mine. Joined February 15th, 2021. Granted, I did join after him, but wow. One comment on his channel, on his profile: bro's shitting on almost every big genre like a child's porn more than objective masterpiece. Likes child's porn. Man, I thought that Solo Leveling webcomic was so boring and I could never tell why it was so hyped. It's just like SAO of Korean webcomics, so that's someone who agrees with him. Womp Womp, stay mad. A base review of Solo Leveling, and this is coming from a fan of manhwa. A lot of people agree with him on Solo Leveling. On his profile. That shit is crazy. Alright, moving on. What is your number 2?
MHA.
MHA, so I don't think that changed. That did not change.
It did not.
And my number 2, of course, is Berserk. I can see why you have MHA there. It makes sense.
Yeah. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Yeah. Not gonna get into it here. If you want to hear us get into it, check out our MHA chapter reviews, and we will have a new one up on Tuesday because I don't think it's a break week this week.
No, chapter drops tomorrow.
Yeah, so we'll be recording that video tomorrow, and it will be up on YouTube on Tuesday. That's right, One Piece is still on break.
Yes.
Which
I think it's on break for one more week.
Yeah, me and Tony are going to be making a quick little update video about some of the characters that Oda said to get a recap on. We're going to do our own little recap episode. Yeah, next chapter coming April 21st. Yeah, so 1 more week. No, 2 more weeks still.
Yeah, something like that.
Two more weeks for One Piece. Yeah, we're gonna try to get that video up before the next chapter. But yeah, if you want to hear us go more in depth about MHA, come check out one of our chapter reviews. We have a playlist on the YouTube channel, Anime Madness PC, on YouTube as well. And yeah, we talk about it more in depth there. And your number one, which is to no shock, Attack on Titan.
Go.
To no shock there.
The goat. Can't spell goat without the letters AOT in it, motherfucker. That's the goat.
I feel like Isayama should have taken more time on it, though.
Isn't that ending?
Not even
Which was
that.
fixed.
The whole Marleyan arc for season 4.
Beginning of it.
The whole thing, like all of season 4, everything felt like.
Season 4's pretty good besides the beginning of it.
I feel it could have been, like, and I'm not saying this because the Mappa did milk it, and that's not what I mean by it for on Isayama's point of the manga. I feel like things could have been elongated a little more to give us more explanation and more in-depth stuff, give us more of the lore that got passed over. Because even with the fixes in the anime, there are still bits of lore that get passed over. There are still plot holes.
There's some. It's not a ton.
And it's like there's not many series that are without plot holes.
No.
Like Full Metal, I would say Full Metal doesn't have any plot holes.
The AOT is damn near perfect, but there's a couple.
For the number one anime right now, as it sits right now, it's still publishing, so I don't know yet. But there's no plot holes there, which I didn't even realize. I'm pretty sure I caught up with Freren. Where is it? Oh yeah, I am. Did it take a break too? Oh, Freren took a break too. I didn't even realize Freren took a break. Huh. The last chapter came out on March 12th.
That's not that bad. Could be worse. Oh man, I'm waiting for since Christmas Eve for Black Clover.
We know
why.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying about the wait. Like, I am so patient now.
Yeah.
That's crazy though.
Yeah, it goes on a 1-month break. Okay, so it's gonna come back the same time as One Piece, basically.
Oh, that's not bad.
So, okay. I was wondering, like, I haven't read Freren in a while. Did I miss a chapter or something? But it just went on break. Okay. So yeah, AOT is at your number one.
It should be.
But yeah, there aren't many like perfect no plot hole series. And your honorable mentions last time was Berserk,
One of them.
Yu Yu, Samurai Champloo, and Death Note.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Those did not make the cut.
As it stands right now, there are still a couple unexplained plot lines in Berserk, but it is still ongoing, so they could be wrapped up. As JJK stands right now, JJK doesn't have any plot holes. Demon Slayer has plot holes.
Of course it does.
Bleach definitely had plot holes. Thousand Year Blood War helped fix that, and same with the light novels. Can't Fear Your Own World also helped with that. Steins Gate purposely has plot holes because they actually fill themselves in on rewatches. which I still love. Talk about giving a series longevity.
Yeah.
So, but that's all we got for y'all today. If you want to give me a quick rundown of your top 16, again, starting at 16
Sir.
was
Ninja Kamui. 16.
Kamui. 15.
Clock.
14.
Cowboy Bebop.
13 was Tokyo Ghoul.
Yep.
12.
Dragon Ball.
11.
Code Geass.
And 10 was One Piece.
Yep.
9 was Naruto.
Yep.
8 was...
Evanescent Shadow.
7 was...
8-6.
6 was...
Black Clover.
5 was...
Okay.
4 was Bleach.
Yep.
3 was...
Solo.
2 was MHA. And 1 was AOT.
Of course.
I sent it to Tony. So that's
I'm
the...
sure I'll get something.
And if you are watching this Wormhole on YouTube, then that My Hero chapter is already up. Make sure you check out all the links down in the description below. Grab yourself some Rogue Energy. I know I don't have a tub right now. I'm gonna be hopefully getting a tub of Rogue soon. But grab yourself some Rogue Energy. Use code -5 at checkout, or use the link in the description if you're watching on YouTube. Check out Taco's social media links in the description below. And that should be all. I don't think we have an AOT sound bit.
We need one.
We need one.
We can just get Aaron yelling, "You traitor." Great.
But
Great.
I guess we'll use Gojo again this week. Do you have any final words, Taco?
Just as the man did to 80% of...
You cut out.
Damn it! I give up. I retire. Retirement. Retirement is here.
Stay humble, get rumbled.
そうだな。
そう
そうかもな